Welcome to Stuttgart. I'm Lieutenant Colonel Adam Cronkite, the Director of Emergency Services and Provost Marshal for the installation. I'm here to share with you some information about what my team does and share some information to help you get settled here in Stuttgart. Let's start with the police. First, if you have an emergency and you need the police, we don't use 911. If you have an emergency and you need the police, you have to dial 110. If you're dialing from a cell phone, the person who answers probably speaks German, so stay calm and ask for English. If you want to dial the on-base military police, you can do so directly from the USAG Stuttgart app, or the numbers are in the comments below. You can save them to your phone. Now let's talk speed. The speed limit on base is 30 kilometers per hour, which is just under 20 miles per hour, and it's lower in housing. So please watch your speed. Watch your speed off base as well. Our host nation authorities use speed cameras to catch speeding offenders. If you get too many tickets on base or off base, you could find your driving privileges on base suspended. Now, parking. We use European parking and traffic symbols here on the installation, so know what those are so you don't find yourself getting a ticket. We also have a lot of reserve parking on base, so if a space is not meant for you, please don't park there. Also, make sure you're parking between two lines. It sounds simple, but there's a lot of places on base where you can't park along the roadway, so make sure you're parking between two lines. Also, we have a lot of timed parking on the installation where a blue disc like this is required, so please make sure you have one so you don't get a ticket. Now, drinking and driving. Don't do it. Just like in the United States, you can get a DUI on base if your blood alcohol content is 0.08 or above. But you could find yourself in trouble with both the on-base police and the off-base police if your blood alcohol content is as low as 0.05 and you're driving a vehicle. So just don't drink and drive. Accidents. They happen. If you get into an accident on base, call the military police and we will come to you. If you get into an accident off base, dial 110 and wait for the POLIZEI to either come to where you are or tell you that you can leave. Once they tell you that you can leave, you then have 72 hours to report that traffic accident to the military police on base, or else you could find yourself in some trouble with us. Emergency vehicles on base and off base all use blue lights. That's the police, the fire department, in some cases the gas company, and even snow removal vehicles on the Autobahn all can use blue lights. So if you see blue lights, please stop or pull over. Also, our sirens are a little bit different here, so make note of that as well. Last thing I want to talk about with the police is the Report to MP button on the USAG Stuttgart app. It's a great tool for you to report whatever you think we need to know. It could be speeding, it could be a parking violation. The other great thing about this tool is that it allows you to submit a picture with your report. So if someone's parking in your parking spot and they're not supposed to be there, you can send us a picture of that car with their license plate so we can do something about it. Now, let's talk about the fire department. Again, we don't use 911 here. If you have an emergency and you need the fire department or an ambulance, you have to dial 112. Again, if you're dialing from a cell phone, the person who picks up that call probably speaks German. So again, stay calm and ask for English. Just like with the police, all of our on-base numbers are in the comments below, and you can dial our on-base fire department directly from the USAG Stuttgart app. While we're talking about 112, let's also talk about fire alarms. Fire alarms here only notify the people in the building that there's an emergency. They don't always tell the fire department. So if there's a fire alarm in a building on base, get out of the building and dial 112 or dial the on-base fire department directly from the USAG Stuttgart app, so we know that there's an emergency and we can come to you. We get a lot of questions too about fire extinguishers. Why doesn't my apartment on base have a fire extinguisher? The simple answer is, it's not required. Our housing on base all has sprinklers, so fire extinguishers aren't required. The sprinkler heads, though, sometimes are recessed in the wall and only pop out when water's flowing through them, so you may not know they're there, but that's why you don't need a fire extinguisher in your on-base apartment. Same thing for fire escapes. They're not required according to the building codes here, so your housing on base probably is not going to have a fire escape either. If you have any other questions about the fire department, in the comments below is an email address for our fire prevention team. Feel free to reach out to them with any other fire-related questions you might have, or if you want some fire training or some more information on how we can help you in your time getting settled here on post. Now, let's talk about getting on base. You may have already noticed that we use scanners to get on base. We call that the Installation Access Control System, or IACS for short. If you have a military ID card and you're coming on base, you have to register your military ID card with us to get on base. If your family is coming here and they're arriving after you, you have to register their ID cards as well. Anytime you get a new ID card, you have to register a new ID card with us. If your ID card is lost or stolen, first thing to do there, report it to the military police. We're going to deactivate that card. Then go get a new ID card and register that new ID card on base. Your friends and family coming here, they're not going to have ID cards, but they can still come see you. In the comments below, we've included some more information about our IACS office, which includes their website that has the process and forms to fill out if you want your friends and family to come visit you and come on base while you're here in Germany. We also have some electronic personnel gates that we call ESPGs. You might find it easier to use one of those electronic personnel gates to get on base than going through the main gate. To do that, you have to register your information with IACS, and then we use the biometrics that are registered with the IACS system to verify your identity coming on base. We have ESPGs, or those electronic pedestrian gates, at Patch Barracks, Kelly Barracks, and Robinson Barracks. If you have any trouble or there's a problem while you're in the electronic pedestrian gate, there's also a button for you to alert one of the gate guards so they can verify your identity if there's a problem with the system. Again, in the comments below, there's a lot more information about what you need to do to get on base, what you need to do to get your friends and family on base, so please take a moment after this video and review that information. Also in the comments below is an email address for my DES operations team and the Garrison assistance team. So if there's something I didn't cover in this video and you need some more information, please feel free to reach out to my ops folks or reach out to the Garrison assistance team, and we'll try to get you the answer that you need. Again, welcome to Stuttgart. Thanks for your time.